Hello fellow spooks and spookettes, my name is Spookasaur, and welcome back to World of Warcraft. In case you're wondering, yes, this is the same day as the other one, the first episode. So, we're gonna get back into playing as Durgus, our undead rogue. And, kind of just one of the topics that I lightly touched on in the last video, but I kind of want to touch on a little bit more in this video, is, kind of why I play this game over other MMOs, even over some other games to an extent. And like I said, I briefly touched on it, but I didn't really give a complete accurate depiction of why I prefer this as my MMO over something like Guild Wars or WildStar or Old Republic or something like EVE Online, even though EVE Online is also fantastic, I won't lie. But that's a completely different topic for another day. So, kind of the whole thing with a lot of MMOs now is, WoW was like, I know it wasn't the first one. There were games like EverQuest, and EverQuest is awesome, and so is EverQuest 2 a little bit to an extent. No, EverQuest 1 was better, and there were things like RuneScape. I believe it came out before WoW. Don't quote me on that, though. There were things like that, so WoW is not the first. It's not. But it is one of the first really... It nailed a genre of MMO, and it nailed its own depiction of what that would be like. More so than a lot of other games at the time. They kind of pioneered this whole genre better. This game essentially became a standard that all MMOs, not necessarily had to follow, but basically, it influenced a lot of MMOs' business models or gameplay and content to an extent. Less so with content, though, but... and the interesting thing is, this game has been going since 2004, and, it's going on, 12 years now? That's a pretty good lifetime for a game of this genre. It's hard to do MMOs, and it's hard to do them right, and it's hard to, if you do them right, it's hard to maintain them. They're a very finicky, very expensive genre to get into, and for pretty good reason. I mean, to even, yeah, Blizzard has said, I'm pretty sure they've said, don't quote me, maybe if I find a source I'll put it in somewhere in a later video or something. I'm sure they've got enough money to run their games and their servers for ages because of how much revenue they've made off of games like this. But, sorry, that's completely unrelated. But the biggest thing for them to keep servers on this game running is the subscription. And for a lot of people I know, that's a turnoff. It's like, why am I paying 15 bucks a month for this game, plus 60 if I get the new expansion, when I can just play something like Guild Wars for free, or play with the new content in Guild Wars since they released an expansion, and only pay 60 bucks for that, and then I get access to everything. To every bit of content. Why would I do that? And what I want to say is, basically, there is so much content in this game. Even if you just pay 15 bucks a month, you're getting access to everything except the newest expansion. So once Legion hits, you will be getting access to base WoW, Vanilla WoW, as it's often called. You get access to the Burning Crusade expansion, you get access to Wrath of the Lich King expansion, you get access to Cataclysm, you get access to Mists of Pandaria, you get access to Warlords of Draenor, which is the one that came out before Legion. And that's a pretty good deal. That's years worth of content, if you think about it. At least what you can access these days, or what's relevant these days. And even then, that's going to burn through a huge chunk of time, and that's also up to level 100. That's a lot of levels to go through. Granted, if you know what you're doing, you can level pretty fast in this game, but for the average player that's not all serious about WoW or any game like it, it doesn't take that long to, or I mean, I'm sorry, losing my train of thought because I'm tired. It does take a little while. I don't even have a level cap character. I have a couple, but they're boosted, and I don't really count them for that reason. Because I don't play them. Because I find it more fun to level up and go through content and experience things for myself and learn a class. Because I don't want to be that guy that boosts a character, doesn't know how to play it, and goes into game content, and people just shit all over me for not knowing the class and playing subpar. I just don't want to deal with it. Like, I'm done getting stressed and yelling at people and having them yell at me. Trust me, I like debating and arguing, but in a more civilized manner. And trust me, with the internet, it's just not how it is in most cases anymore. At least in online gaming communities, there are a lot of douchebags, but I won't get into that. My point being, there's a lot of content for you to experience for a pretty good value if you're looking to play it, and if you don't play it for an extended amount of time, say you go a month of time where you're not playing it, or you're just not feeling up to playing anymore and you're into something else and you're investing more time into that, you can just cancel the subscription and then resubscribe anytime you want to play again. Level 5, sweet. So, stealth now. So anytime you're feeling like you don't want to play anymore, or you're just not interested in playing for a while, unsubscribe. Unsubscribe. Come back later, or don't come back if you're not interested anymore. Just don't come back. Don't waste your money. But for the people that are actually going to play the game, that find it interesting, that see all the content that there actually is to do, and look beyond the surface, there's a lot here for pretty decent value. Now, I would say, trust me, I don't defend the subscription. Not, let's just say, like, I'm defending it now, but, like, I don't say it's completely okay, and I don't think every game needs to have, or even MMOs need to have a subscription. But for what WoW offers, it makes sense. If you want my honest opinion, maybe they should drop the subscription a little bit, but I don't think they should get rid of it. Because when they get rid of it, it kind of shows me that they've given up on making actual good content for this game. And then for the people who do believe this game is dying and that it's getting worse, then those people win, and they're right once it hits that point. I don't think it will, or if it does, it won't happen for a long time. So I believe they need to stick with the subscription. But I think they need to drop it maybe a little bit more to make it more appealing to those people that are looking to get into a game like this, but can't because of financial issues, or don't want to and are hesitant because of the high subscription price monthly. Some people like me, I only work a couple days a week, and I get paid an amount every 2 weeks, and I don't get paid much. I get paid like less than 300 right now, but with my hour change it'll be more like 400 every 2 weeks, so it'll be a little easier. But some people don't make the kind of money needed to play this game and really want to. So there's a lot of potential here for people to have fun, especially like because there are two types of two types of players in this, you can have either competitive or casual. This game doesn't have to be serious. You can have as much fun as you're willing to put stock into this game. Like I said, I haven't done any endgame content yet. Don't plan to for a while either. Why? Because I'm taking my time, and I'm enjoying the game for what it is. It's casual fun, and I'll get to it when I get to it, and when I have time to do it. So that's my... And since I've been rambling on about that, what I wanted to also talk about in regards to other MMOs is why this works for WoW and doesn't for others. Now, what you have to understand, and I know some people are going to disagree with me, is in America, and most of the time other countries, free is not exactly a word you toss around lightly. Nothing comes for free. I'm just going to be realistic. That really sounds cynical, but it's the truth. Nothing comes for free, guys. Think about it. Like, in RuneScape, for example, yeah, you can play the game for free. You can level up a lot of skills for free all the way to the max. But really, like, if you don't pay for a membership monthly in one of their packages, you're locking yourself out of a huge chunk of content. Hell, some content and some skills and some items you can't even use unless you're a member. So, yeah, it's free, but there's always that catch-22. And I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say, like, okay. Arcage. I played Arcage for a while. I liked Arcage. I actually quit playing Arcage. Why? Because, yeah, the base game is free. Everything is quote-unquote free on Arcage. But if you want to, like, get materials, like really, really good materials, and get plots of land to make a farm and, like, have a ship and do trade routes and stuff, your best bet is going to be to sink a little bit of money into it. And I shouldn't have to sink money into it to get that stuff. I don't care if it takes me a long time to get that material, as long as getting that material is worth it and I don't have to pay for it. That's the thing. With World of Warcraft, yeah, it takes a while to get going on a character, like an endgame and everything. But it's usually, I find, some people don't, but I find it's worth it. It's worth it to get to that content, and I don't have to pay all this extra bullshit to have all this content. I'm paying to play the game monthly, and if I want access to expansion content that people worked on, sunk a lot of time and money into making, and to making sure it was good and running properly without too many bugs and everything else, if I want that, then I'm paying a little bit extra one time only. Then I get access to everything. And if the new expansion comes out, and I don't want it, I still get access to just about everything but that expansion. And they don't come out that often. They've been coming out with them like once a year. But they're trying to stray away from that, from what I've heard. And now, whether they can or not, who knows? I'm not one to say. We'll just have to see as time goes on if that's going to happen. But, rambling aside, that's my take on it. There's not a lot of MMOs that have really hit the free-to-play model well. There are some. Trust me, there are some. Like I said, I just don't see it, like, paying off as much as this one pays off for me. And it's still fun, and I can leave anytime I want to. I'm not weighed down by a long match time or anything, and I can play with friends if I have friends that play it. I can play by myself. The game's more fun with friends, but if you're that type of person that doesn't like playing with people, you can play this game by yourself. Granted, if you want to do dungeons or raids, you're going to have to find people, at least random people. And yeah, I know that that's hard if you're not a social person, but, you know, like I said, there's always that catch-22. And for me, I don't mind either of those, playing with friends or playing with randos. Doesn't matter to me. It's fun. You know, and like the story and everything about this game just delivers for me. It sounds like I'm being a fanboy, but I'm not. I get why people aren't interested and don't like it. If you don't like it and you're not interested, that's cool. But I'm just saying, for all the naysayers out there that say that this game's dying, or that all these free-to-play MMOs are better, and that the subscriber thing is not really doing the game any good. Those are just my defenses for it. I get it, though. I get it. And I don't disrespect you if you hold that opinion. Anyway, enough of rambling about that. Just thought I'd talk about it a little bit, you know. It's just how I feel about it. You don't, cool. Doesn't matter. It's not going to change my opinion, and I probably won't change your opinion, but I respect you for it anyway. I haven't really been paying attention either. I've just been doing these quests, so I hope I get a couple levels out of this playthrough at least. Instead of just one. I hope I get to about 7 at the very least before I play through this, or before this episode's over. But who knows, if it starts dragging out too much, we might have to cut it short. And it's a little bit optimistic saying that I want levels every episode. That's kind of my plan.
Dark Lady watch over you.
It's kind of my plan, is to get a level or two. And recording. I'll come out in a minute and what was I talking about? Yeah, my plan was to get levels every episode, but realistically, it's not always going to happen, especially the way I play. But hopefully, I'll be able to find some things to do in the gaps besides just leveling. For example, I might start running dungeons. I might start, if I get to the point, I might start doing raids, and I might do PvPs. Player versus player, for those of you who don't know. You know, just little filler things that would be fun to do, and yeah. That was weird. Okay. Just little fun things like that. So yeah, don't expect me to get at least a level or two every episode. That's just kind of my goal for right now. The eventual goal is to hit the cap with this series on a character, and then maybe we'll do another character class, and you guys can see more about this game. Maybe I'll do a healer or something. I don't know. But that's just the initial goal I had for this series, and it will probably broaden as the series goes on. I don't know yet. This is kind of a little experiment and just kind of a relaxing little chat I want to have with you guys about this game. Just I like to talk. You can probably tell I like to talk a lot, and I like to debate, civilly of course, if possible. I don't like getting mad, but if someone pushes me hard enough, unfortunately that's the route I have to take. But in most instances, I don't find it worth it to stress out about anything anymore. It's just, I'm so beyond that. And I'm not saying that, like, I'm not trying to hold myself to, like, a higher standard above others. It's just, I'm so beyond just trying to, like, stress over every little thing anymore. Like, it's just not worth it. life's too short to just be worrying about stuff all the time and yelling at others and fighting, and it's not worth the struggle. Oh, I see what I gotta do. I'm an idiot. Well, guys, we might get another level. Maybe. There we go. Don't want to abandon it. Okay. Where am I going with this? Okay. That's where I'm going. How do I get up there? No, it's not it. It's more over here. And before we do this quest, we'll go back and turn a couple in. Probably get to level 6 before this episode ends. I can see that. I can see at least hitting 6. Oh, hi. You want stabbed? Okay, that makes sense. Getting stabbed makes sense. There's a quote you won't hear very often. Spookosaur, 2016. Getting stabbed makes sense. Right. And if I'm being quiet, it's just because I'm trying to relax, and I apologize if I'm being a little too quiet. I'm just trying to relax, and, you know, I'm tired today. I didn't go to bed very early last night. I'm gonna have to tonight, but, you know, it is what it is. So, right, there's that. Trying to avoid any confrontation if possible. Wonder if they can still see me. No, they cannot. They can see my little Murloc, but they don't seem to care. They don't seem to care about that guy. Which, whatever. They're a loss, right? It's their loss, not mine. But, yeah. I think once we turn in these quests, we'll be done. And that'll be that. Alright.
What now?
Turn that in.
Farewell.
Alright.
That better be good.
But let's see. Before I... Oh, okay. Yes. We will, for now, we'll be done. So, anyway. I'm going to get going, guys. I'm going to end it here. Like and favorite if you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, consider subscribing to become a fellow Spooker Spookette. And as always, I will see you all in the next episode. Later, guys.